How we doing? How we doing? Monday morning, back at it again. Coming off a big drop Friday. I'll be honest, I did not expect this much of a drop. We were down like close to like 4 or 5% on the day. I haven't had a day like this in forever. You know, even this day wasn't even that bad compared to Friday. 1,200 handles. This day right here, 16, almost 1,700 handles. So it's a pretty big drop. I don't even think we had a day like that over on the Trump tariff stuff. Nope. We had an upside day though. That was pretty yeah, that was like 2,600 handles. Yeah. We just sold off like all day. But fun. I'd much rather have days like this than kind of like your choppy little uptrend days. So we gonna see what we get today. Right now I put a poll out. Go look. Half and half, kinda. Bullish, bearish. You can see here I have my watch list tagged red, but I've tagged that overnight. You can see what have we done today when we've opened up and just gone to the upside. So still 50% of the previous candles right here. We're below that. Although this candle right here, this candle, it's got a pretty long wick. And I know we use 50% to measure wick size mechanically, but this is still a pretty long wick, even though it's below 50% of the previous candle. This candle's kind of like an anomaly. So I wouldn't look for it to sell off all the way back down here, but if you were looking bearish for shorts, probably need to turn somewhere right here. And I would just look to trade back towards the opening price, right? But I wouldn't demand it get all the way back there. So I'd look for like a fixed 2R on the way down, you know, somewhere along the way. Right now, we're kind of just retracing this move. We have, if you noticed, I marked out, I mean, on the weekly chart, you can see we could want to come up and immediately rebalance this entire range. We're close. At the same time, we're digging into what? This new week opening gap, retesting it. So this is the weekly chart. Go to the daily. Still see that gap refined here. I mean, it makes sense to retrace some of this. That was a pretty big drop. 4 hour. Some imbalance here being hit. The structure's still bearish. We're just retracing. We continue to kind of retrace past the 50% and past this new week opening gap, then you might want to start considering new all-time highs. But until then, I'm still bearish, right? 7 hour profile. I mean, Asia has done what? Opened, and we've just had this continuation of the upside. So if this is going to be a bearish day, and we are going to reverse, then it's going to be a New York reversal to the downside. And this PY that I'm looking at is this gap in this, previous 2 weeks low right here to immediate rebalance the range. So that's pretty much my bias for today. Bearish until proven bullish. And those are the PYs I'm watching. That's kind of like the daily profile that we'd have to see for it to be bearish. If you're looking for longs, right, then this would just be your classic Asia low a day, Asia reversal, London continuation, New York continuation up. So still going to look for, you have these equal lows right here. I'm still looking for shorts off this move. We'll see how we open. It's Monday. It's early. There's no news. If we go look at the news real quick. No news today. No news Tuesday. We have CPI Wednesday and PPI Thursday. So that's that. That's bias. That's POIs. That's news. And as always, we're going to give away one of these indicators right here. So we'll give away one of these in the stream, as always. And we're going to launch our weekly giveaway. I got some Lucid accounts. I got a Lucid account to give away this week. So we'll give away one of those this week. We'll give away 2 indicators this week. Maybe some other goodies. That'll be in the Discord. Just free to join, by the way. I hope you guys had a good weekend. I did. I went to a music festival this past weekend. Monthly looking like monthly took up previous month's high early on and then immediately back in the range. So that's pretty this is a pretty bearish candle right here. So far, we'll see how this week plays out. I think this week is going to be very telling in setting the stage for the weeks to come, right? If we are going to sell off this week, then I'm looking like we might retest like this area right here, you know, and come even lower. Maybe towards like 50% of this range. From here to here, 50%, which kind of lines up with this area right here. So there's some imbalances as well on the weekly. There's an imbalance here on the monthly. So I think this week is going to be very telling and what to expect for the following weeks. Because if we just kind of come down here, maybe there's SMT here, we'll check in a second. But if we just come down here off this drop and just retrace the whole move higher, then we'll be looking for longs, right? But if this week creates kind of like your judo swing early in the week, like today, maybe even tomorrow, and then we sell off the rest of the week and have like a midweek reversal, then I think that's going to kind of get everyone, you know, very bearish, at least down to 50%, at least down to maybe this monthly imbalance right here, and maybe even down to these highs. So gotta remember, markets don't just go straight up. Like, we need pullbacks, you know. We've been ripping. I mean, we're up like 30-something% off this low. Or we were. But yeah, this low right here is pretty easy target for shorts. So we'll watch this imbalance here on the 4-hour. As always, we're probably gonna have to wait till shortly after the open. I wouldn't mind like some nice. I mean, there's some nice higher time frame structure like on the 15-minute here, 30-minute even. 1 hour's looking nice. So let's go look at the side-by-side chart real quick. You can see we do have SMT here at these daily lows. So you need to be aware of that. Oh, I said I wasn't going to go. I didn't go the first day, and then I called my buddies who went, and I was like, sorry, I didn't read the chat. Is there any criteria for the giveaway? No, you just join and click a button. I'll probably launch that after this stream. As for the concert, yeah, they said it was a blast. It was actually worth it, and I was like, okay. So I paid like $500, and then bought like a bottle of Grey Goose for like another $500. It was retarded, but hey, when in Rome, right? Once in a blue moon. I don't do that stuff every weekend. Here and there. And this festival only comes to Charleston once a year, so. But look at YM here. Strength on NQ. NES so far. Who the huzz? Table's like 30K. So I think that was like the most expensive one. But everyone just pitched in. I'm not sure what the total was on that. I paid for like one of the days, not both. At least you didn't rent a yacht in Monaco? Yeah. No, I had fun. It was worth it. I would go back. Here's gold. You can see I have gold tag red. Just kind of continuing this sell model here down to what? This low. And we've been talking about 50% of this wick that we're hitting right here. So, you can watch that. Yeah, here's your gold weekly chart. You have expansion down, retrace into this imbalance, roll back over on the weekly, taking its time, but we're out 50% of this daily wick, 50% of this weekly wick. So that's gold. Still looking for shorts on that. Here's oil. Oil gapped up pretty hard. Look at this. From where we closed to where we opened last night. We tested this what? Gap. We already filled it into the tick. Actually, that was equal highs. And then gap fill. Hit that. And we rolled over. And then we gapped up overnight. So, looks like we're kind of refilling that back in. Personally, I'm bearish on oil. We just gapped up, so I kind of removed it from my chart for now. But after seeing us retest this gap here and then sell off pretty hard again, still bearish down to, I mean, you got like equalish lows right here you could be targeting. So that's oil. Can gold go down to 4K? Yeah, if we get below this low, I mean, you kind of have like equalish lows here, here, and here. That's around 4,000. I mean, it's in this. We're making lower highs now. So, kind of looks like a sell model, right? So, I mean, I'm looking at this low. Also, if you go look at Bitcoin, I mean, Bitcoin, what? Tag that low right here, below 60K. And 50K is just down here. So, 60K, 50K, monthly candle 2 closure. Now you're seeing this new monthly candle right here. Small wick and just run. I mean, as we're taking out these lows right here, you might see some kind of pullback, but that's a retracement, most likely to just go lower. Down to 50K. And we hit -2 here. That's aligning with this low. So am I buying Bitcoin at 50K? I don't know. Probably not. We'll see. We'll see. If you want to keep going lower, I need to, before I buy, I probably want to see some like bullish structure instead of just blindly buying. I know it's like investing is different than trading, right? But you can still apply some of the similar principles. But yeah, that's my outlook. Bearish until proven bullish. I know this is a pretty big retracement so far, but if you look at like 50% of this little dealing range here, we're just now hitting a premium. So and we're hitting this new week opening gap right here. From here to here. All right. Draw it through. That's what the indicator's nice. You can draw it through to the candles and it matches up, right? So I want to see it probably roll around here. We're in a premium now. We're hitting this new week opening gap, POI. If we start to close above this, like I said, even above 50% of the previous candle, then I'll start considering maybe looking for longs back to here. But until then, bearish until proven bullish. So we'll watch the open here. We got like 8.5 minutes until the open. Just got to keep in mind there's SMT at these daily lows. Right here. Is audio low? I'm peaking around 12 decibels. That's what you want. I might just be talking soft. But it's Money Monday. If you look at the daily chart on YM, I mean, this is a candle 2 closure. So we have candle 3 bias to the downside on YM. YM's looking the weakest too. NQ looks the strongest. ES is still looking, stronger. Not as strong as NQ. Because it just now took out this hourly high. We've been past it here. So NQ definitely looks the strongest. And we're hitting 50% of the previous day right here. Right around 30K-ish, which is right here. We're getting close to 30K. Yeah, if we just like sold off real hard here and just pump back up, that'd be crazy. I don't really care what we do. I don't care if we pump or dump. Can I explain my 10 a.m. theory once more? What do you mean by 10 a.m. theory? Like, why is 10 a.m. important? Or that little, like, scalping model around 10 a.m. that we've been, like, kind of studying, watching play out? Which one? The scalping model? I mean, think about it. 10 a.m. is the new 4-hour candle, new hourly candle, right? And it's basically just using OTE, basically just using OTE. And if OTE aligns with the 10 a.m. opening price, then, and it aligns with our bias, then you can hop in around, if there's some POIs in there as well, like a fair value gap or things like that. There's a lot of confluence in that area. Then you can hop in right at the 10 a.m. opening price, just set a limit with like a super tight stop of like 15 handles or so. And you can get some pretty high RR trades. But I haven't taken any You know, I haven't pushed the button on it. We've just kind of been watching it play out in the mornings. Make sure the audio. I mean, audio looks fine to me. Audio's fine for me. Let's see. Hello, testing, testing. Yeah. I'm peaking at like 12. We're rolling over today? I agree. That's what I want to see. I was like, you guys need some new headphones. Or something. We got 3.5 minutes until open. Hitting 50% of the previous candle. In this 4-hour imbalance. Hitting new week opening gap. I guess we can keep this drawn on the chart, huh? Bang. For you visual learners, if you want, you can put on 50%. We're hitting 50% right now. It also aligns with 50% of the previous day. So I'm listening on a potato. Oh no, he is. Let's go. We got 190 something people in here. 25 likes on the stream. Let's get it. It's going to be a good day. Like I said, these next couple of days, today and tomorrow, are going to set the stage for the rest of the week. But also, this week is going to set the stage for the following couple weeks. You know, I talked about it. Are we going to hit this new week opening gap here? And then roll, right? Down to these equal lows. Or are we just going to kind of reverse back up to all-time highs, you know? Like this week is going to set the stage for probably the next couple weeks if we do roll over. Because if we come back all the way down to like equilibrium here, maybe even test these highs again. There's a monthly imbalance right here as well. Can want to test into that aligns with 50% in these levels. So if we reverse here today or tomorrow off the new week opening gap and roll and close below here this week, I'm thinking bearish like for the next couple of weeks. But if we just maybe retrace this all the way back up to all-time highs, then obviously look for longs. But we need to close above this new week opening gap, as well as could even want to maybe reverse, take out these lows, then go higher, right? That could happen as well. So this week is going to kind of set the stage for the following, you know, this whole month, honestly. If we start to close above here on the daily chart, and even on like on a 4-hour chart and stuff, start closing above 50% of the previous week, 50% of the previous day even, then we might just go back to all-time highs, you know. But right now I'm bearish until proven bullish. I want to see it reverse around here. You can see we're hitting that. I'm kind of getting a reaction now. So that's kind of like a rundown of what I'm looking for. We talked about it earlier in the stream, but I kind of talked about it again. Do I think ICT concepts will get patched eventually? Guys, this isn't a video game with like a glitch. If they're gonna, how are you gonna patch a fair value gap? You'd have to get rid of the market entirely to do that. It's 9:30 here. Like, how can you patch swing highs and swing lows? That's why the fractal model is timeless, because the market can't reverse without forming a swing point. You know? So to take those out of the market, like, how do you take out a swing high or swing low? You said bearish until proven bullish. You won't be your invalidation to go bullish. I just said, if we start to close above the new week opening gap here on the daily chart, start to close above 50% of the previous week on the 4-hour. Even today, if we start to kind of close above 50% of the previous day on the hourly, then my eyes start going back up to all-time highs, right? That's pretty much it. GXD says, your free content has had such a meaningful impact on me. It helped me slow down, understand the full picture, and feel so much less anxious during my trades. Awesome, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, look at this regular trading hours gap right here. We just opened up. 693 points. We are gapped. Let's see how we open here. YM pump to catch up. This thing, look at YM. I'll just turn off everything. Broadening formation here. This thing's just been back and forth. And you're back at 50% of the range. Let's see, how are we going to open today? Because initially it was in queue with the strength. Pre-market. This thing was kind of looking like it wanted to roll over, but now we've pumped off this imbalance. So let's watch. Because now it's looking like YM strength, NQ weakness. Yes, somewhere in the middle. We're gapping the gap. Like I said, we're here at this new week opening gap. I usually don't use these in my analysis, but this one seems very fitting. Like, you would want to see this hit and turn because it aligns with 50% the previous day. And there's an imbalance here on the 4-hour. We're also, if you're looking about daily profile, like here's Asia session, London session, New York session. This would be if we're going to short a New York reversal off London highs, off this POI. If it's going to be, just continue higher, then this daily profile is going to be what? Asia reversal, where Asia just makes the low of the day. And if you look, there's SMT at these daily lows right here. So let's see. I still think these equal lows are sus. And the structure's still bearish, right? This is just a retracement so far, in my opinion, to go lower. So we'll see how this 4-hour closes. We'll see how this hourly closes. It could close candle 2. We can get a nice 5-minute entry. The structure is really nice. You got imbalances, highs and lows, swing points. Like, it's even the 15-minute structure is nice. Even better if we close below here. But I'm not going to demand it to come all the way, back down here or even to these lows right here today. I'm just looking for some kind of fixed 2R that we can capture along the way. We got 240 people in here. I think the most I've had on stream at once was like 280. If you guys are enjoying the stream, welcome. My name is Zach. We go live Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. Eastern time. And if you're not new here, welcome back. Make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Get notifications when I go live in the future. And if you want to hang out with me and others outside of these streams, you can join the Discord. It's free. There's a link in the description, link pinned in the chat. And click that and join. Look at that. 50% of the previous day smacked. 50% of the new week opening gap hit. Nice candle there. Here's your 5-minute. I think we might get a little 5-minute entry today. I forgot to say I'm the GOAT. Nah. Just on here doing the same thing every day. Same process day in and day out. What's the chat like in Discord? Join and find out. We have less than 1,000 people in there. It's not that big. Do I have set times for my Discord? What do you mean? Set times. It's open 24/7. Got people from all around the world congregating, looking to make money, get better at their craft, trading, chat, and hang out. Like last week, we did a Q&A. Posted a live Q&A for like an hour in the afternoon where I just answered questions. And that was recorded for those who couldn't make it and uploaded. So that's in there. Because I'll answer questions here on stream, but the main goal of the stream is to really trade, you know. But when the market's slow, you can answer some questions. But when it's time to lock in, it's time to lock in. Look at that. 50% of the previous day hit. Back down. Let's get everything in sync, huh? Down, down. Can we go down? If we can get in sync, I'll feel real more confident about taking a short on a Monday that's expanded like this. God. It's crazy is like if you're gonna trade like 5-minute, like your stops. Let's say you want to enter like on these kind of like little breaker pattern looking thing. Let's watch. You're hitting a 1 hour imbalance here on ES. .30-minute as well. Really like to see this 15-minute candle close below here in the next 6 minutes. Where is the chat section in the Discord? Scroll down. It is in general chat. Got prop firm trading chat. A section for winning trades, losing trades, any trades you take. There's a separate section at the bottom where only I can post my trades, my analysis, my lessons, things like that. We also got a channel in there for like the best prop firm deals that come out throughout the week. What else? Giveaways channel. We'll launch a giveaway here after this stream. Like I said, we're going to give away one of these indicators on stream as usual. But we also do giveaways throughout the week, or each week. I'm giving away 2 of these this week inside the Discord. And Lucid Trading account. So let's see. We want to see a closure below there. Right now, it's not looking too bad for some shorts. See how 10 o'clock opens up. How we close. Yeah, not a bad reaction there off 50%. And that new week opening gap. Damn, I got some sun. I need to get my lighting a little bit better in here. I got a window right here. I think you want the lighting. Someone sent me a thing on Discord. I want the lighting on this side of my face, actually. So I need to like move my camera or get some lighting and close these blinds. But it's early in the week, right? Monday sets the stage for the rest of the week usually. This is also the first. Let's see. First day of the week. No news today. We are coming off a big drop. We've retraced. I like that. I will say I like that we've actually like retraced and not just kind of chopped around down here, you know? So that's nice. Got some structure to work with. Got 2 minutes, 3 minutes until this closure on the 15-minute. For YM, I want to see it at least close below this high. What time is it where I'm at? I'm on the East Coast, so it's 9:42 in the morning. Yeah, we're kind of a little pop here, a little drop here. Let's watch this 5-minute imbalance. Again, we just opened and kind of dropped a little bit here into that gap that we created. So let's watch. Like I said, we're in a 15-minute imbalance here on ES. We're in an hourly imbalance here on ES. $45 seconds to that closure on the 15. Let's see. Are we going to close below? We're just going to come down here, hit this imbalance, hit this down close candle. And move higher. Yeah, I agree. Yes, this lifting looks a little bit weaker. Kind of just looks like we're flip-flopping strength here and there. I'm kind of just wanting to see how the open plays out. You know, we're only 15 minutes in. Yeah, so you don't get that closure there. on in Q. I think 10 a.m. is going to kind of give us a good idea of what to do. Oil down. Do I monitor intermarket relationships? You mean like S&T? Or like strength and weakness? It's 10 a.m. suit the high of the 6 o'clock candle. So this one. Something like this. Then dump at 10 a.m. It'd be nice to see this hourly close candle 2 off this high. Let me look for a 5-minute entry lower on the following hourly candles. But if that's not the case, then we'll see how that 4-hour high reacts. Nah, I don't look at the bonds or the dollar really. Only really look at the dollar if it's, I'm like over here like swinging like a 4x trade overnight or something. Still inside this 5-minute imbalance. What's up, Ben? Let's see. Yeah, ES look is a little bit weaker. You could get a 5-minute short here. Off these imbalances. Close candle 2 at 10 a.m. Same thing here with in Q. Your stop's just going to be a little bit bigger. It's like 100 handles. Why don't I change my name to FEG God? That doesn't sound as good as what it's already at. We got 10 o'clock, 10 minutes. This might form a protected high on a 5-minute if we're going to go lower. Basically 2 more 5-minute candles until 10. Honestly, I'd like this hourly to not only close candle 2 on ES, but close below the opening price here. Like inside the imbalance. That would be sick. Versus just closing candle 2 at the low and the high, you know? You got SMT here on the 3-minute. There's a closure below there. Personally, I'm going to wait till 10. We only have 8 minutes left in this 30-minute. But you technically did close below here. So like this high right here is like protected. But like I said, it's late. It's later in this 30-minute candle. I'm gonna wait till 10 o'clock. I want to enter on the highest time frame possible. Usually. See, it's already back up. And this 30 minutes in a 30-minute imbalance too, you know? Just waiting. While the open figures out what it wants to do. We're right here just in this consolidation. This is looking decent though. We can get continuation lower to some of these lows. Let everybody pile in. Everyone's itching to take a trade off this weekend. The market dumped hard on Friday. People probably missed out, blew their accounts trying to call a bottom, whatever. They've been itching all weekend to come back in here and do something. Let everyone pick a side, pile in, and then at 10 o'clock, we can knock some people out and then maybe move. This dude's fiending. He's got a live account. Get this man his TPT account. Maybe you'll win the Lucid account that we give away in the Discord. How much does it took you to become profitable? Like, how much time? How much money? What did it take, like, willpower wise? See, lame. Yeah. Don't want to take that. You'd be getting stopped out here on that 3-minute. Like I said, man, we're just going to wait till 10. You're in this 30-minute imbalance here. We hit. Let's let the 30 minutes. Let's let that 30-minute window between 9:30 and 10 just kind of develop and go from there. How much time? I've been trading since 2020. Like, seriously, since 2020. So, it's been like 6 years to get to this point. Didn't start trading ICT till like 21, 22. Been trading full time for like 4 years, going on 5 years. I like this even better now. Because now we have a tighter stop if we're going to use this to go lower, right? Go here instead of closing down here and putting the stop up here. It's only like 11, 12 handles. We close below. So we'll see. We've also have reacted off this POI. And then if we come back and retest it, that's just kind of making me bearish, you know? So you could do something like this on a 5-minute. Yes. And this closer is gonna, we have 4 minutes left until 10 a.m. Get that out of here. Don't dump without us. Prepare yourself. We might get a setup. 3 minutes. If this thing just starts selling off, like closes down here, I'm going to set a limit for this price. I'm not just going to market order in down here. But it's giving the move we want. If you got tagged out of this 3 minute right here, this high, I feel bad for you. But damn, man. Wait for us. Looking good. Damn, man. She gonna dump without us? That's annoying. It's like, honestly, I wouldn't even want to see it come all the way back up. We'll see. We'll see how this 10 o'clock plays out. I mean, we went close candle 2 here on the 15 minute or on a 4 hour. Why I'm still just hanging out, chopping. Yeah, see, I would have preferred it just to close like around here and not just sell off immediately without us. Because now we got a new hourly candle here. It's 10 o'clock. Personally, I don't even want to see it come all the way back up here. We might have just left the station without us. We can maybe look for a 3-minute, continuation entry off like an imbalance or something that forms. So we get a candle 3 closure here on this 30-minute. So we can look for 3-minute entries. This hourly imbalance got disrespected. So it's a good sign for shorts. Candle 2 on the 5-minute. We could even look for a 5-minute entry. I'm not going to just chase it down here. I'm not going to set a limit here either. I want to see another continuation form. And I'll just get in on that. Because I feel like if it's just going to pump all the way back up here after sweeping this low, -2, then it might just come back up here. So we'll look for like a 3-minute or something to get short. Down to these like failure swings here. And if it doesn't form, then that's kind of sketch, right? Looks like YM. I mean, it's funny. You kind of see like the strength keep like flip-flopping and the weakness flip-flop. Like you have SMT at these highs now. This is a lower high. This is a higher high. We're taking this low out. If this thing's going to retrace all the way back up, like I said, I wouldn't want to be taking a limit here. It could hit and then sell off, right? But sketchy. Damn, so much for a 3-minute entry. What the heck? There's got to be a way to disable this shit. All right, there's a tiny imbalance right here. So there's really no 3-minute imbalance on ES anymore. There was we were looking for. There's a tiny one right here. We hit this and then close below. You could maybe get a 3-minute entry lower. So we've hit it. I want to see it close below here. And we got 280 people in here. And we got 68 likes. Can we get to 69? Dude, that's 81 handles. If you hopped in here. Come on down. Off this little imbalance. Ooh, look at these lows down here. And that's still a what? Still a 2R plus. So, yeah, the stop might be pretty big. For a 3-minute chart, 81 handles, that's pretty big. But damn, look at the volume. It's 10 a.m. We've done almost 60% of the volume on average for the past 20 days. That's pretty good. close below this down close candles, or sorry, up close candles opening price, and I'll get short. And we got the most amount of people watching right now I've ever had. 290. $30 seconds. We need that closure. Give me closure. Hit the like button. We'll hit TP, I swear. All right. Get 3 if it closes below, which doesn't look like it wants to. So, dang, man. Maybe the next candle. Or maybe he wants to retest and make another high. Let's watch. Like I said, man, you saw the breakdown this morning though. New week opening gap hit, 50% hit for the previous day, 50% of the new week opening gap inside a 4-hour imbalance right here. So nice POI reaction. We're just looking for a short entry, just a fixed 2R to get a little piece on a Monday. There is a tiny 5-minute imbalance right here. Can refine it like that. See? Might want to come sweep that 3-minute high like that. Let's watch. You're about to get that opening price hit here on ES. Again, candle 2 closure here. And we're letting this hourly wick form so we can trade the body lower. That's what we're trying to do. You need to see it stay inside this gray box. So you have a potential for a 5-minute entry or a 3-minute entry off these up close candles. We just need to see which one it wants to give. Where are you looking at volume? On the chart. This little indicator tells me the relative volume for the past 20 days. 60%. We're at 60% right now, which is good. If we can hit 50% by 10 a.m., that's a good day. Yeah, I want this candle to close beefy. Big up close candle here, and then immediately close that below it. I don't want some super wicky candle. All right, nice. Now we want to see what? Close below here. Or something like this. Down to these lows. I'll hop in. Like this. You know? That's what we want to see. Don't want to see it start to close above 50% of this previous candle right here, which is this dotted line. I want to see it close and stay inside this gray box. Otherwise, if it closes above here, probably just going to go for the highs up here. And that's going to kind of fuck up our short idea. Right? But since we opened, what have we done? It's 9:30s here. We've just kind of like chopped around, dropped here, back up. So, not much has happened so far. But we want to see this. We're close to retesting that 5-minute opening price. But so far, what has 10 o'clock done? It's opened up and just went higher. So, yeah, it swept out previous hourly low. I don't use any ADR for bias. Yeah. I'm throwing the ADR. But I mean, when you have days like this, we're in a super volatile market, like I'm expecting the ADR to just to get below, blown past. I'm not placing as much emphasis on the ADR. Every time I open that indicator, my whole trading view lags. I might have to restart it. Oh. That's annoying. What the hell? Bro, this taskbar. Get your ass back there. Is that better? Hold on, I messed up my my stream. Get down. There we go. It's better. All right. Can we get the closer below? Are we just going to hit this hourly imbalance and go higher? It's basically kind of edge maxing. We want the closer below here. Still inside the gray box, right? Still inside. Below 50% of the previous candle. What's the indicator I'm using for ADR? Average range levels by 2 degrees. Come on down. Let's get in sync. Look, it almost hit that opening price. I think if YM can get in sync now to the downside, we'll see everything just turn. Which it kind of looks like it's ready. Guys, I got a 90 handle stop if you're using the bodies. So far, the market hasn't really done much since the open. I mean, yeah, the range is pretty big. We're getting like 100 handles every couple minutes. This is a 3-minute. Yeah. So, I mean, the range is there, but hasn't really picked a direction, And we're halfway through this 30-minute candle, almost. I'm not gonna lie, like, this doesn't look half bad for a short on ES. Stop at this high. Wick put in. You can kind of use the idea that we've hit an imbalance here on NQ, transfer it over to here, digging into these up close candles as well. And this could be a protected high. We'll see. Let's watch. It definitely looks a little bit weaker than in Q now, with YM starting to kind of sell off. So look at ES. Still has these lows down here. See, it just looks weaker, you know? You're already in on ES? Are we hopping on ES instead of in Q? Like you get a little bit better RR on ES as well. I'm not having to have like a 100 handle stop. Something like that. But if this thing just keeps chopping in this range, then I think you could get stopped out here on ES off this high. Like it needs to, everything needs to kind of get in sync. We got a minute 20 until this 3-minute closes. ES short target Asia low. All the way down here? I mean, maybe. I'm not going to demand that though. I'm going to get a little 2R. Call it. I hope it doesn't just sell off again without us. If it does, we'll just set a limit. Some walking around money. I mean, needs to close. Yes, he's wicking that opening price there. And YM swept that low back inside the range, so it's not looking that good. Didn't get the closure there. So no trade, right? She's playing around. And you're about to have, I mean, we have 12 minutes left. There's still if this 30-minute just kind of closes like this, you know, in here, there's now a 30-minute imbalance. It could want to hit, which would take this high out, right? So on funded, would you recommend going for like a fixed 2R or your draw? I always take partials at 2R majority of the time. So, and then I'll hold runners for like liquidity or certain levels I'm watching. It's getting a little choppy up in here though. It was looking decent, but now it's getting a little choppy. Don't forget to close the poll. Yeah. No switching sides. It's still 50-50. Leaning towards shorts, obviously. At least to these lows. But it's 10:20. Mondays. Mondays, am I right? Another reason I like shorts. Big old gap from where we closed on Friday to where we opened this morning. Regular trading hours. So far we've just kind of just chopped around a little bit. Haven't done much. But it's getting a little choppy here in the 3 minute. Even the 5 minute looks a little choppy, but this thing hasn't done anything. But out of consolidation, what do you get? Expansion. So is my name pronounced Zek or Zach? Z-A-C-H. Zach. When is Trump going to tweet? I don't know. Someone needs to become friends with Barron Trump so we can get the scoop on that. See, we just keep wicking this opening price here. Can't close it below it. It's just looking like consolidation now on this 30-minute candle. So I'm not really interested in shorting now. It's taking too long. It's taking too long to close below this opening price. It's hit it 3 times. I'll usually like to see it close below, like within 1, 2, maybe 3 candles max. We're on the 4th one now. It's kind of getting a little. It's not really looking like it wants to continue lower. So I might bump up a time frame or so. Zach is a Jewish name, is it? I didn't know that. I'm not Jewish. They move pre-market, dull open, yeah. That's why my win rate's so high, because I'm got a Jewish name. $10.20. We're about to get a new 30-minute candle. This does not look like a 30-minute that wants to expand anymore, does it? So maybe we'll come up into this 30-minute bounce if it forms. Sweep out this high. Then go lower. Right? We'll see. Something like that. Into this 30-minute imbalance right here. Retest this 5-minute one. I'm actually going to remove that. My mic volume's low. It's peaking right at 12. Negative 12 decibels. That's where you want it. Maybe turn me up. Why does everyone say my mic's low? Some people say it's fine. Some people say it's low. All right, we're at this high. See how we kept wicking the opening price though, and now we're going back up. So we gotta wait for the closure below. Put in the new high here. What is that indicator? This one? The one that draws everything for me? Look, I have nothing drawn on here except a line. It's the secret indicator. Shh. No, this is TTFM. Fractal model. There's a link in the description, or you can just type in here. I'll type it for you. Exclamation point. End. There's a link right there. I got some fancy chat commands. Don't worry. Stream quality. Kirk says, Zach, I love the stream. Appreciate it, man. I like being on here. But as you can tell, like, we're just sitting here waiting for obvious setup to jump off the chart at us, smack us in the face. But a whole lot of nothing. The volume's nice, though. We're at 65%. We were above 50 by 10 o'clock, so that's good. The range is nice. You know? It's just, haven't really picked a direction. We're just kind of opened and we're chopping around. But we're making a new high here. I kind of think we're going to go for these highs. We're starting to close outside 50% of the previous 30-minute candle. About to immediate rebalance this 30-minute range. Let's see. Maybe not. Hope I am not interested in opening a mentorship. I'm mentoring on here for free. Discord's free to join. I have some crypto. Can I check gold? I mean, gold had a nice candle 2 closure here in the hourly. It's not really like doing much. I want to see it come up and then roll. But it's hitting this hourly imbalance. Right here. Kind of sus equal highs there. I'm still bearish on it, but I just don't like the way that the day's developed. Like, I think it's already kind of put in this like candle 2 looking daily candle. So I'm not really interested in gold. If it starts to kind of sell off aggressively, maybe we can look for a continuation. But I'm kind of focused on this. But yeah, like if you want to look at the trades we've taken the past couple weeks, I mean, that is ES. We've been trading in Q. Yeah. Winner here. Winner here. Winner here. You know? So, up about 30K past 2 weeks. Just slow and steady, not trying to force stuff. We had a 10K winner on Thursday last week. And then 2 trades the week before that for 20K total. So up like 30K the past 2 weeks. It's about 6.5 R for me. But not trying to force stuff on a no news Monday in this. Yeah, the volatility's nice. Yeah, there's some nice range. But I guarantee you people are in here trying to make something shake after trying to, you know, call a bottom on Friday or chase it down, getting stopped out, right? They're itching to take a trade off the weekend, and they're probably getting chopped around in here. What's your advice for someone who just passed his first eval ever after 1.5 years of trading? Let's see. I'd say, here's the thing. Trading, what are your goals with like the eval, you know? Because like, if you're just looking to have some skin in the game and like learn and learn what it's like to trade with like some of your like money on the line, whether it's like a small live account or at least maybe you have your one prop account that you've put some money down and bought for like $100 or whatever. What's your goal with the account? Is it just to learn about yourself and how, work out the mistakes and get consistent with some skin in the game? Or are you actually trying to like support yourself, pay your bills, right? Or maybe you're just chasing that first payout, like whatever it is. I would at first want to see like what your goals are. Get ready to lose it. But congrats on the first pass. See, we close outside this 30-minute, previous 30-minute, 50%, and now, like I said, it looks like it wants these highs. This is literally barcoding. I bet if you scan this at checkout, you'd probably ring up some like bananas or something at the grocery store. But look at what NQ's doing, or YM's doing. Just in this broadening formation. I don't even want to look at the 3-minute anymore. Not much going on. I mean, hourly imbalance hit. Yeah, we disrespected it here, but see how like we closed below it and now we're back above it? Just not really like prime conditions to trade. Normally you want to see this candle open, hit it, then dump, right? Create the wick on the hourly, then dump lower. Now we're back above it. It's just not really in a hurry to do anything. It's not respecting that imbalance. So kind of like a warning sign, like, hey, maybe there's no real direction at the moment. Do I run any business outside of trading or just full-time trader? Just trade. I want to get into real estate and stuff. The patience and not itching to take a trade is something I'm learning here from you. You don't need to trade 3 to 4 days a week. 1 to 2 trade is kind of enough. Yeah, you just gotta size decent on the good trades you're already taking. You don't need more trades. You just need more capital behind the good trades that are already coming your way. And that way, when oh, I'm sizing like pretty heavy on my trades, so I don't feel the need to take one every day. Because when I do push the button, it packs a punch, right? I'm gonna make 10 grand minimum. So how do you manage your expenses on a losing month? The same way I do it on a winning month. Like, I have money saved up. Like, if I was red for the next 4 months, 5 months, whatever, or break even, didn't trade at all, I'd still be able to pay my bills, So, like, I don't need to have a winning month to pay my bills. I don't even need a winning year to pay my bills, honestly. If I just didn't trade at all this year, I could still pay my bills. That's how I'm able to sit here and not like force anything. But I also live below my means. Like, I'm not sitting here flying private jets and like stuff like that. Appreciate it, Ragnarok. I mean, last line of defense, if you're trying to short, is 50% of this wick right here, which we're at right now. So, like I said, I think it wants to go for the high. You're about to see this blue line appear right here to confirm this candle 2 closure on the 30-minute to the upside. Right here. Bang. Don't even need the indicator, man. Just turn it off. Don't even need it. But yeah, not like a really interesting day. It was looking good for shorts off this hourly closure, and it just never played out, right? We never got our continuation entry short. And I told you I wasn't going to limit on ES. I wasn't going to limit this opening price. I'm glad I didn't, right? Because I'll be probably getting stopped out here in a second. It was looking good. Failure swings to the low. Started to kind of curve down. We wanted to see continuation lower. Never got it. It's just coming back up. So, it's my age. I'm 28. Yeah, this is abysmal right here. Let's watch these highs. We're gonna have SMT at these highs. How long has it been since I started using the Fractal model? It's been, I started it like summer last year, end of summer. So not even a full year. That's the thing. I was already trading pretty similarly to this style of trading anyways. The main thing I incorporated was like these higher time frame candle closures. But when you understand like the concepts, like a fair value gap, an order block, a high or a low, they're all just tools in your toolbox, right? And you use them together to do a job, you know? Apply them to the right scenario. So when you understand like what, you know, how each of those things work and how they kind of work together, then like trading a model is easy once you kind of get past that learning curve, because the same concepts, you're just kind of entering a trade differently. You're just demanding a little bit different criteria. But if we look at our 10 a.m. like little scalp model thing, did that play out? 10 a.m.'s here. I'll be honest, I don't know if I would have taken this. Let me turn everything off real quick. You do have it coming back to OTE right here. Look at that. Hits it. 10 a.m. opening price is right here. It taps it like pretty much to the tick. Your stop probably would have been like here. And you ride it up, right? 10 a.m. opening price. 18 handle stop-ish. I mean, personally, we were looking for shorts. So I was kind of expecting it to come down, then retap it here and go lower. But instead, we kind of just came barely manipulated, then went higher. Are you married? No. Start a family? We got 117 likes. I appreciate you guys. think we had the most amount of people ever on stream today. 290 something? Maybe we hit 300. I didn't see it. I can go back and check after. Check gold. Gold's still where we left it. Just hanging out at these lows. Oil. There's some hourly imbalance. Filled in pretty much this entire gap. I mean, Forex doesn't look too bad. Lows right here. This actually looks pretty decent for like a 5-minute intraday Forex euro. I mean, you've swept this high. You're at a 4-hour imbalance. You swept a 4-hour high. Candle 2 closure here. It's pretty nice. And if you go to the 5-minute for entry, I mean, you have this little protected high that could form off this. So you need to close below. You could just ride it. I don't trade Forex intraday, but this is looking pretty clean. Will I marry you? Don't get married. How much difference does this trading strategy have than your last trading strategy? I was pretty much trading the exact same using order blocks, change state delivery, fair value gaps, highs and lows, with the addition, only difference being these high time frame candle closures. Just keep it super mechanical. We might get a late morning setup. I don't know. If this thing wants to finally sell off, we could get a candle 2 closure here. What's the highs? 04.25. This high's not been taken out yet. On NQ. But it looks like YM is ready to dump, maybe. So we've avoided all this choppiness. Can we get in sync now? It would have been nice if we took it this high out and had SMT. Dang, see if this thing had closed candle 2, it barely didn't on the 4-hour. You could have a 15-minute entry off these candles. But yeah, look. This is candle 2 potentially bearish off this imbalance on the 30-minute ES. So maybe we will get a we're already halfway through this candle. This could be a candle 2 that expands maybe. It ain't over till it's over. That's what you got to realize. Are you doing live regularly? Yeah, we've been live for the past couple months every single day. Haven't skipped a day. Best way to kind of know like what my schedule is for updates is just follow me on Twitter or join the Discord because I announce stuff in there. I want to see it close below here. This opening price. Just because it's so choppy, I'm not going to try and trade this. Unless it's like super obvious. I don't like how it's wicking that opening price and back up. I still think maybe ES or NQ wants to take this high out first before it rolls. If it's going to go lower. What's my day-to-day look like after trading? So I wake up at 7 a.m. Trade. Sit down at like around 8:30 a.m. Trade from 8-ish to like 11 ish. And then gym after that. Then come back and eat lunch, run errands, whatever. Around like 1. And that's pretty much my day. And then I'll maybe make like a trade recap video. If I took a trade that day, upload it, answer questions in the Discord. I don't trade the PM session though. You're following me on Insta? Yeah. You imagine as well, since you started going live, it's forced you to be way more patient. Yeah. It definitely helps me like not kind of like take or do dumb stuff because I know people are watching, right? So it keeps me honest. Yeah, kind of messy up in here. Euro did not close below. Gold coming up. It's kind of just in this broadening formation. Uh-oh. In Q. Yeah, high taken out. Now what? We need to switch the bias? I don't know. We'll see. We're finally gonna get a move. There's a 15-minute imbalance here and here, almost. So far, it kind of looks like a little broadening formation, but the war's over. Why aren't we moving? And we're starting to move now, but SMT at these highs so far. Honestly, the 30-minute and the hourly look the cleanest. 5-minute does not look like anything for the most part. 3-minute, it's kind of tough to read. I mean, let's see how we react to these highs at current high day. If we're going to form SMT and sell off, are we going to kind of take it out across the board here on ES and NQ and keep going higher? All we've done is open up and kind of chop around. Just being patient. Ugh. I mean, we've taken trades at 10:40 in the morning. This hourly did not want to continue lower for candle 3 to the downside, so let's see. We're taking out the previous 4-hour high on NQ. We're close on ES. Shit, making me go to sleep. I was excited for today because with that huge move on Friday, right? Oh, maybe like people were scared. We'll just like continue lower on Monday. Just shorted gold. It's not a bad closure there. You have 10 minutes until a new hourly candle. I guess if you wanted to short gold, you could do something like this. You know, like a 2R. Euro. Get that off there. What are we doing? 8 minutes until new hourly candle. Are we gonna have SMT here? Or are we just gonna pump? Look at YM. Horrid. So much for these lows. For now. That looks awful. Yeah, no news Monday. Coming off a big drop. Kind of just in this little uptrend. Gold. And you're off this hourly imbalance. About to close candle 2 to the upside. I'm saying gold's just kind of in this broadening formation, you know? I'm assuming your stop's here if you shorted that gold. Me personally, I didn't like it because you're so late in this hourly candle. There's only 5 minutes left, 10 minutes left when this one closed below. I feel like I'm watching paint dry. I might go sober until July 4th after this past weekend. Another bearish FVG. Yeah, right here. How's my diet look? Look the same from a few years ago. I eat the same stuff. Trying to say I'm not getting bigger? I've definitely gotten a little bit bigger. I've replaced the fat with the muscle. Team meat. No, I eat like 2 meals a day. I don't eat in the mornings. I eat like a brunch. I eat like some eggs, toast, chicken sausage, some like yogurt and fruit for like a brunch, lunch kind of thing. And then I'll eat like a big dinner. Steak rare or medium rare? I like my steak like medium rare at the most. You close one hour like this, would I consider it going higher? Honestly, yeah, because this is now a new protected low. Once you close above this down close candle here. So you wouldn't want to see this return back too. If this bullish order flow is going to continue. So we had a nice closure here, candle 2, across the board, but it just didn't follow through lower. We just hit this imbalance and went higher. So YM might come up here and sweep some highs out. You trade T fractal model, man, or what? It is a fractal model. Here's the indicator. Looks like we want this high. Just chugging along. Yeah, we're trading the straight up daily profile. Just didn't get the short that I wanted at the POI that we were watching, right? We hit 50% of it. It started to roll, close candle 2, and we just didn't get that follow through, right? It just reversed back up higher. So I would be surprised if we retrace this entire move up, but it could happen. Yeah, gold back in the range. 30% of the range. Delete the source code for the indicator. Uh-oh. Do I have a discount code for the indicator? I do not, but we give away one of these every stream, so it's 11 o'clock. We'll sit here and watch how the 11 o'clock opens, but we'll do the giveaway here in a second for one of these bad boys. Yeah, gold's just back at 50% of the range. Close candle 2 though to the upside. And you have what? These like equalish highs here. High taken out. You can look for a 5-minute long on NQ or ES. Here comes YM taking out this high. Closed above it. Yeah, take any trades. There's nothing really to execute on. We almost did. We almost got some closures. I talked about why I didn't want to limit back if it came all the way back up. And we avoided that loss. And then never got the closure down on the 3 minutes like we wanted. And then it just kind of reversed. So gotta stick to the system. No setup, no trade. But you're taking out this hourly high right here off the open. So sweeping out consolidation high here on YM. Let's find a giveaway while we're kind of sitting here watching the 11 o'clock develop, huh? Giveaway, the keyword's going to be flat. Flat on the day. Giveaway keyword. Flat. Flat in the chat if you want to win one of these indicators. Put over here. Flat, flat, flat. Just gotta type it once and your name will pop up right here. Got 45 people entered so far. Flat on the day. So far. And whoever wins, message me on Discord. Get you your code. This isn't really looking like a day I want to trade on anymore. Our short idea didn't really play out. We didn't get the continuation lower. So I mean, YM swept its high and it's back inside the range. We've now swept current high day on these two. And if this imbalance holds in the 3 minute, you could look for maybe like a candle 4. Little scalp to the upside. It's just kind of sketch because we did purge this high up here. So like you're kind of longing at this breakout, like a breakout almost, you know. We got 67 people on here in the giveaway so far. We'll close it here in the next 30 seconds. Yeah, you want to watch this imbalance right here. Even better if this imbalance holds. on YM as well, and it wants to move higher. Let's go ahead and pick a winner. Marley Trades, you are the winner. DM me on Discord. There's a link to join in the description of this channel. There's a link to join pinned in the chat. DM me on Discord. I'll get you your code for 1 month free of Fractal Model Indicator. Let's look here at ES. We hit a 5-minute imbalance right here. New 30-minute candle. Do we try and get a little scalp off? Flat model. It's the only thing I don't like about this is that we're longing right here at these highs. But I mean, 1 hour structure is bullish still. I'm not in denial about that. Daily profile is just kind of chugging along to the upside. So if you look at the daily candles, small wicks, you do have like a little imbalance here. I mean, if you got in here, your stop would be like 6.5 handles. That's your 2R right there. This is kind of starting. This looks like it's kind of being respected a bit. You're also just like you're not really longing the strongest one, but this is the only one that gave a pullback. So is it a secret to know how many members you have in a paid Discord channel? I don't have a paid Discord. It's free. There's like 600 people in there, but it's chill. It's not like people are just spamming in the chat. But yeah, Marley, hit me up on the Discord. We've hit this imbalance. This just kind of doesn't feel like a good trade to take. My gut is like, nah. It doesn't look like we're going to get that closure either. So let's see. We'll give it a little bit longer. It's 11:09. Can you get a discount code for the free Discord? Yeah. Discount code is free. Use discount code FVG. You can get a discount for Tradeify, Apex, and Lucid. Just use code FVG when you go to purchase there, and you'll get like the best discount you can get. It works with like the 5 packs that Apex just came out with. It works with everything. Five-minute ES looks promising. Yeah. You have like 5 minutes left in this 15-minute. It's going to form this imbalance. It could want to, and that could stop you out if you put your stop there. It might not, but I don't like putting my stop at higher time frame imbalances, like right here, you know, because it could just want to hit it and go higher. It's the only sketchy thing. And the fact we kind of like just wicked this here. Didn't close above. We'll watch. We'll give it to like 11:30-ish. Gold. The gold 5-minute doesn't look bad. Back to like this high. Like that. If you can get to closure above. I don't know, it kind of just feels like we're due for like a pullback here in a second. Maybe not. Three minutes until a new 15-minute candle. This one hasn't done much except hit this high. We hit the high, and then the new 15-minute just has consolidated. So it's been kind of chopping around. I wouldn't mind like something like this off this low. Yeah, it's retesting this opening price here. Friday and today are signs that we're in a healthy market. I agree. Watch this 5-minute low. I feel like we're about to get a tweet. Anyone else feel like that? The market's been kind of just chugging around. Honestly, feels like it's like waiting for something. Ugh. Where's that tweet at? $40 seconds till the new 15-minute. See, if I took that 5-minute, my stop would be at this low right here. And I'd be like shitting my pants right now. Because your stop's going to be at this 15-minute imbalance. You know? That's why I didn't take that. And I didn't like how the 3-minute also was just kind of wicking the opening price. So it looks like it wants to sweep this low. If it does, they'll hit this 15-minute imbalance. Maybe we can get a little like 3-minute after sweeping a low. Because remember, once we take out liquidity, sometimes the market likes to put in a protected low and then sweep it out to move higher. Trump's watching the stream. He's waiting for me to get in a trade so he can send it. But yeah, I want to see this now. I would if it just closes above and starts running, then it's gonna do it without me because I want to see a new protected low form. This just looks like consolidation now. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. I'm about to remove this gap off my chart. So we took out the highs. New phase of price. Any consolidation. Don't even know what we're doing over here. I want to see it tap into this 15-minute imbalance, which is going to sweep out this low. Yeah, the market's not marketing. It's already 11:20 almost. Let's see what happens at this low. If it just starts to sell off, after hitting this high, and comes back inside this range here, because it's kind of looking like this at the moment, then I'll probably just hop off and go to the gym. It's already 11:20ish. There's that low taken out. That protected low kind of swept here on the 5-minute. Hitting a 15-minute imbalance right here. Doing overtime? Yeah, we usually go to like 11:30ish. But I mean, just like, I'll be honest, even if it does give like a closure above here, like these candles. With how this is looking, I mean, it's swept this low here on my Could want to go higher maybe. This also is like not the strongest one. This NQ strongest. There's been a very slow like move. We just swept a high. Still kind of in the range here. I'm not as confident like longing this. I mean, we have 10 minutes left in this 30-minute candle. And once this 30-minute candle closes, there's going to be a 30-minute imbalance at this low, right? It just doesn't feel like that decent of a setup unless it just starts to kind of pop here. How much do I pay in taxes? Enough. I'm overpaying taxes. What are you, my accountant? It's also super, it's like a 11:20 as well, and we're wicking that price right now. Gold. Yeah, gold just needed to close above here, which it got close, but didn't. But it's respecting the T-spot here on the hourly. Slot market. Did I take any trades? I haven't taken a trade yet. Probably won't take a trade, honestly. It's already 11:30 almost. Even if the setup formed right here, my stop is probably going to be at this 30-minute imbalance, right? Which I don't want it to be. And this kind of feels like a break, like I'm buying the top on this. So, and you just wicked that opening price and didn't close above. So I'll be honest, like I'm probably going to call it here. I don't see much that I like. will it today kind of set the stage for rest of the week? I mean, if we go look at our trades from the past couple weeks, got a dub here for 10,000 on Thursday. Win here for like 11,000. Win here for like 8,300. So we're up like 30K the past 2 weeks. So we'll come back tomorrow and repeat the same process, right? But I'm not really seeing much that I like on today's price action. You know, the main thing I was looking for was a short at that new week opening gap. We got the closure, just didn't get the continuation lower. So no trade, honestly. And we kind of just have been grinding higher, as you can see. So we'll come back tomorrow. We'll see how today closes. Come back and look at it this afternoon. And then maybe I'll put some analysis in the Discord. So if you're not in the Discord yet, you want to hang out with me outside of these streams, link in the description to join that. Link pinned in chat to join as well. But appreciate you guys for stopping by. We'll come back and repeat the same process tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. So if you're new here, welcome, subscribe, drop a like if you enjoyed the stream, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out, guys.